Let's be honest. If you're searching for an alternative to eBay in 2026, you're probably tired of one of three things: the fees creeping past 15% once you add payment processing, buyers opening returns the second a package arrives, or your listings getting buried unless you pay for promotion. I've sold on eBay for years and I still use it, but I also moved about 60% of my volume to other platforms last year. In the next 9 minutes, I'll walk you through the 9 platforms that actually paid me out, what each one is best for, and where each one falls flat. Mercari is the easiest on-ramp if you're coming from eBay. You photograph the item, the app suggests a price, and shipping labels are prepaid. Selling fees sit around 10% plus a small payment processing charge, which is cleaner than eBay's tiered structure. Where it wins: clothing, small electronics, collectibles under $100, and anything you can mail in a poly bag. Where it loses: high-ticket items rarely sell because buyers expect bargain pricing, and the dispute system tends to favor buyers. Treat it as your volume channel for low-value stock, not your flagship store. If you're selling apparel, shoes, handbags, or jewelry, Poshmark genuinely outperforms eBay on sell-through rate. The catch is the fee structure: 20% on anything over $15. That sounds brutal until you realize the buyer pays shipping and the average sale price is higher because the audience is specifically there to shop fashion. Poshmark is a social platform first, so you'll need to share your listings daily and participate in Posh parties to get visibility. If that sounds like work you'll skip, this isn't for you. If you enjoy the social side, it can replace eBay entirely for closet cleanouts. Facebook Marketplace charges 0 fees for local pickup transactions, and that's the entire pitch. Furniture, appliances, exercise equipment. Anything that costs $40 to ship on eBay, sell it here instead. The downside is real: tire kickers, no-shows, lowball offers, and the occasional scammer asking for your phone number to text you. Stick to cash on pickup, meet in a public place, and never ship to someone who suddenly insists they have to mail you a check. The shipping option exists now, but I avoid it because dispute resolution is weaker than eBay's. Etsy is the right answer if your inventory is at least 20 years old, handmade, or a craft supply. Listing fees are 20 cents per item, and total fees land around 11% after transaction and processing. The audience pays more for curated vintage than eBay buyers do, often double. The honest downside: Etsy SEO is its own learning curve, and the platform has been pushing low-quality drop-shipped items into search, which hurts genuine vintage sellers. If you're patient with photography and keyword research, Etsy can be your highest margin channel. If you want fast turnover, look elsewhere. Whatnot turned live-streamed auctions into a real business model. Sports cards, Funko Pops, sneakers, vintage toys, comics. These categories sell faster on Whatnot than on eBay right now. Fees are around 8% plus payment processing, which undercuts eBay. The reality check: you have to actually go live, talk to a camera, and build an audience over weeks. It's not a passive listing platform. Most sellers who try one show and quit never see results. Sellers who commit to 2 shows a week for a couple of months typically replace their eBay income. Bonanza and eBid both copied the eBay format with lower fees, and both have a fraction of the traffic. Why mention them? Because for certain niche categories, vintage glass, obscure parts, specialty books, the lower competition means your listing actually gets seen. Bonanza charges around 3.5% final value, eBid even less on basic plans. Don't expect volume. Use them as secondary channels where you import your eBay listings, set them, and check in monthly. Anything you sell is found money on top of your main platform. Amazon is the alternative people forget because it feels like a different universe. If you're sourcing new retail inventory or have a brand of your own, Amazon's individual seller account costs nothing monthly and charges around 15% referral fee. Volume crushes eBay for anything with a UPC. The downsides are serious. Account suspensions can come without warning, return abuse is rampant, and you cannot list used items in many categories. Use Amazon for new, sealed, branded products. Keep eBay or Mercari for used and one-off items. The two complement each other rather than compete. Here's how I'd choose if I were starting today. Clothing goes to Poshmark. Vintage and handmade goes to Etsy. Cards, sneakers, and collectibles go to Whatnot. Bulky local items go to Facebook Marketplace. Low-ticket casual inventory goes to Mercari. New retail product goes to Amazon. And eBay stays in the rotation for anything that doesn't cleanly fit elsewhere because its buyer base is still enormous. The mistake is picking one platform and forcing every item onto it. Match the item to the audience and your sell-through rate doubles without any extra marketing.